Hi, and welcome to the Sawbridge Farm Podcast. My name is Dennis, and I'm your host. And today, we have many special guests over here. We have the video production team for the summer internship here on the farm. Welcome, guys.
Thanks, Dennis.
Yep. So let's go ahead and do some introductions.
My name is Marissa Lane. I go to Pace University, where I'm going to be a sophomore. I've been all over the place working here, mostly audio, but lately I've been doing a little bit of B-roll, a little bit of editing, just a little bit of everything.
Hi, I'm Ryan Damiani. I'm about to be a senior at the University of Florida, and at Saltbridge, I've mostly been doing a lot of editing and also a personality hire.
Hi, my name is Alexandra Roshinko, or just Alex. I'm from Penn State University. I'm about to be a junior there. Primarily, I've been directing here at Saltbridge, but same as everybody else, I've been dipping my toes in some other things like editing and whatnot.
Hi, my name is Colin Kraft. I am at Indiana University, go Hoosiers, national champions, and I am going to be a senior. And as of now, I've been working on camera, but I've also been experiencing other things, especially with directing.
My name is Ryan Nemick. I go to Rider University. I graduate in December, and what I've been doing here at the farm is mostly just camera work and B-roll stuff. So, yeah, that's about it.
All right. Thank you, guys, for your introduction. And Ryan, we have two Ryans. Ryan Boy, since you have the mic, and that's Ryan Girl. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit of what you've learned here? So you've learned some things doing your internship, right? So what was that like?
I learned that videography and photography it's harder than I thought it was. I kind of came in like thinking I had kind of a good grip on how to work a camera just because I was kind of good at taking pictures. And there's a lot more to taking B-roll than just holding a camera and standing there. Like, you have to get really creative with it and think about how it's going to look in the edits and all that kind of stuff. And then I've also just kind of learned a lot with problem solving. I think like one of the things you teach us is kind of that you're going to have to figure it out on your own sometimes. Mm-hmm. So I think that helps. So I think it makes us like ready for future situations.
Yeah, no, that's a big thing with jobs in general is it's nice if someone just does it for you or whatever, but that usually isn't the case. And the more you get in that mindset, the more you are workforce ready. Because when you're on a set for something and you're in charge of, this is your responsibility, they go to you and they expect you to just figure it out.
Yeah.
And so I know our first 3 weeks, we did nothing but figuring it out, how to use all the equipment. But I've really enjoyed watching you guys gel. So Colin, have you learned a lot this semester?
I have learned a lot this semester, especially with, like Ryan said, how to really use a camera better, not just hitting record and being, okay, I got the shot, but especially B-roll, like different ways to get shots, whether it's just moving around or just waiting for the shot to happen, different angles from low, high, or even swinging on the swing outside.
Yeah, we've definitely got some creative shots, and I'm really proud of you for growing, professionally in your craft. Oh, I
That's
forgot.
my name.
Yeah, Colin Kraft with the dad jokes over there. Yeah. Normally that's me, and I apologize for all a semester of dad jokes. I feel so bad. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, no, it's been great watching you guys grow.
Thank you, Dennis.
Yep.
Same question, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, similarly to the guys, I would say that it's been a lot of soft skills, like learning how to learn things on the fly and things like that. As well as for me, it's been a lot of patience, learning patience with myself, learning how to do multiple cuts of a video and be okay with that, and not getting everything perfect on the first try and being okay with that. And as for hard skills, it's been a lot of just like, I've never used a Canon camera before. I've never used this brand of lights before. I've never used Rode mics before. It's been a lot of soft and hard skills that I think are really going to come in handy when I'm outside of university and using different equipment.
I'll say something that I've really noticed: your people skills have grown and blossomed this summer, which is great. That's something they don't necessarily teach you, but that's something that's vital when you're working with a team. So good job on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Ryan, girl, same question.
I think basically I have learned a lot this semester. I definitely have learned a lot about teamwork, like working together. And I feel like since I do a lot of editing at home, usually alone, it's something where I just strictly did everything based off my opinion and what I thought. And so I've definitely learned to ask other people for help, take their advice, take their creative opinions. And that's been really helpful in figuring out what looks best. And that's the main thing.
Yeah, when editing, we kind of get our horse blinders on and we just see what we see. But it's nice to have people around, and we've had a lot of fun too. Like we do these B-roll competitions where we'll send the videographers out, and then we'll kind of judge.
We judge them. They're great shots. It's really hard to judge them, but we always do pick our favorites, and it inspires them to do even better the next time.
Yeah, and that's just a part of growing, is looking at where we can improve. And having that level of humility in your work is important, because if you don't, then you never improve, and then you just keep at that same pace, but it's nice to grow.
Yep. Tons of growth here.
Same question.
Yeah. Marissa, what have you learned? How has the experience been for you?
I feel like I've really learned a lot, and I mean, not to say like more than everybody else, but I feel like I probably had the least amount of experience coming in here, since I've only had my freshman year at school so far, and I've really only taken one film class. And within that film class, I was limited in what I was learning to what I needed to be doing at the time. So like we would film mock scenes from other shows and stuff like that, but if my role was audio, I was strictly learning what I needed to learn for audio in that very moment, and there wasn't really much outside learning. Doing this internship, this was the first time I've actually held a camera. I've held a camera, I've recorded B-roll. This is the first time I've ever even done that. Just learning a ton of things, just more hands-on rather than just telling me what to do. I actually get to, like Ryan said, like figure it out for myself, which has been a lot different of an experience. And I think now going back to school, I'll actually know what I'm doing, or at least have some idea rather than just a mental idea. And like outside of actually like filming and doing audio and stuff like that, I now know how to use DaVinci more. I've actually colored my own B-roll for the first time. Yeah, it was just a lot more like hands-on learning, a lot more figuring it out for myself, and rather just there's just like no borders here, more like. Yeah.
I really want to say that how proud I am of you, Marissa, watching you grow. I was so proud of you when you won the first B-roll competition, because that's something brand new to you, but you have a really good skill. You have a great eye for creative shots that I would love to watch you professionally develop in the future. So I'm very happy that we're all connected on LinkedIn, and I can't wait to see one day I'll be like, that was my intern. They're like, yes. So, okay, now I got a question for the group, and whoever wants to answer this question, we'll just pass you the mic. So what did you think about the first 3 weeks of learning equipment and making tutorials? Who wants to answer that one? Colin.
I'll be honest. So I was really nervous coming here because my last internship was a year ago, and I came in thinking like, okay, I know everything. And then I almost completely forgot how to do everything. So coming in, seeing like, just because I was sick the first day. So I came in, everyone just like kind of doing their thing. I was like, oh no, I don't know what I'm doing. But I quickly learned from the tutorials and just filming tutorials as well over time. Now everything worked again.
Yeah, no, that's great. And I never told you, but I had I already had those tutorials from last semester, and we'll have them again next semester. But it's nice for you guys to learn how to work together, how to learn about the equipment, and just kind of gel. And then after those 3 weeks, you guys really became a team. And now it's so nice to see you guys like this. So, yeah. So who would like to tell the audience about our latest project that we just dropped a teaser for? Who would like to talk about it?
So, one of the big things that we've been doing this semester is gathering footage and interviews for a documentary that we would like to make about the transformation of Saltbridge Farm. That documentary is going to be called Chrysalis. We've just dropped the trailer for it.
Let's go ahead and show you guys the trailer. So we'll drop that right now. There are 4 stages of a butterfly's life as it endures metamorphosis. There is the beginning stage, the egg, the growing stage, the caterpillar, the transformation stage, the chrysalis, the final beautiful form, the butterfly. Like a butterfly, a farm can go through a similar metamorphosis. Saltbridge Farm is a program that stems from Bright Harbor Healthcare, one of the biggest healthcare companies in New Jersey. This bridge home will house struggling young adults and set them on the right path through mentoring, skill acquisition, and hands-on workforce development. These are young adults that don't necessarily have the support systems they need to get through life without mental health and financial struggles. A butterfly cannot see its own wing, so they can't see how beautiful they are until someone shows them. It is important to show young adults that there are people willing to help and guide them in the right direction. This documentary will take you through the chapters of Saltbridge's transformation, similarly to the stages of a butterfly's life. We'll take you through the ideas, thoughts, and planning behind the mission, the deconstruction, the building up, and so much more as we take you through the journey of Saltbridge leading up to the final ribbon cutting. So what a beautiful trailer. You guys did such a great job. I'm so proud of you guys. It's wonderful. You guys deserve a round of applause. And also shout out to Vinny and Thomas from last semester. You guys were wonderful, and you guys have IMDb credits as well on this. And I'd love to invite all of you guys to our film festival releases. And next semester in fall, that's where we're going to do post-production for that. So I'm very excited for that. But go ahead and tell them a little bit about the doc if you want, creatively and everything.
So the documentary is going to be focusing on the development of Saltbridge Farm, specifically comparing it to the life cycle of a butterfly. So going from the egg, the sort of original idea of this place, to the caterpillar, which was like the planning and demolition and everything, to Chrysalis, which is about where we are now, of the building up and some of the sort of final days before the epilogue, the butterfly, our beautiful ribbon cutting. We'll be focusing a lot on kind of how Saltbridge relates to that visual of the butterfly, specifically how it relates to the butterfly effect, how really one small change in time can lead down this beautiful cascading cycle of actions that brought us to where we are.
Yeah, it's definitely been a metamorphosis here on the farm, from the concept with Kelly, creating the program with Kim Veith, and then the actual Chrysalis part of this, the development of the farm with myself and my wonderful team. So I'm very excited to tell this story of Saltbridge Farm. I hope it inspires other people to continue to have these very unique programs. And it is a very unique program. And I'm excited for the clients to move in and for them to be around great interns as well. I hope, because you guys are inspiring. There's a lot of people that I bring onto the farm, and they're, first of all, when they walk in, they're like, what's up with all this equipment? What's going on here? And I'm like, I'm used to it. And I'm like, oh yeah, well, we have an actual video production team. And I go and brag about you guys for a bit. Sometimes I show them some of the stuff you've produced. But so roundtable question, pass the mic to answer. who can share what their favorite production has been?
My favorite production so far has been the interview that we did of Glenn Parker because he just has such a big personality and like from the editing perspective, it's really fun and easy to edit a video like that when you're enjoying listening to the person who's talking.
Yep. Shout out to Glenn. We're getting you on the podcast soon. Hopefully, our next episode will be filmed in the barn, which is going to be our new podcast studio. So I can't wait for that.
I think my favorite production, which I think is kind of a dark horse because it was one of the first ones we did, but it was like the hydroponic shed interview, or not shed, trailer. I liked it a lot because I had no idea what hydroponics even was. And we kind of just pulled up to this guy's house and he had a giant trailer in his backyard, and it was like a hot day and we went inside the trailer and it was like a nice it was like a walk-in refrigerator. It was really cool. And the way he explained it, he like went through every little detail, so like I learned a lot that day.
Yeah, you guys did really great. That was your first on-location shots too,
Yeah.
and the end product came out wonderful too. So, great job on that. Anyone else have a favorite?
I would say my favorite has been like doing the intern videos for like the next semester job listings, because I feel like those really showcased what we've actually been doing the whole time here. And I think it also like shows off like some of like our best skills and how like far we've come as a group of interns, because that was like one of our most latest videos that we've done. And I think also the website video for me, because that's a video that I actually got to edit a bit hands-on. I think it was the website video. And it actually made me feel a little bit like I was more a part of it than I usually am, because like I actually got to hands-on and edit on DaVinci, which was a little bit out of my comfort zone. It's more of a Ryan job, Ryan girl. So it was a different experience too, doing that. So
Yeah, no, those were really great pieces. We're very thankful, and you guys have contributed to the agency greatly. That's great. So, who could answer this question? Do you think you have more professional skills? Do you think this internship has prepared you as far as maybe something to show, anything like that for your future careers?
like since doing this internship, I've actually like built a real portfolio, and I think this internship's given me, I've been able to produce content, B-roll and stuff like that that I'm able to put on said portfolio, which like, so this is the first internship that I have that I actually really have something from it that I can sit there and say, oh, I did this. And it's not just like a hypothetical, oh yeah, I did this, but like I actually have proof that I can do certain things. And so I think that's like the biggest thing that's come out of this too.
Honestly, just agree with you, like totally like having things for a portfolio, things to put out there and say that these are mine, this is what I worked on, like worked hard on it. It's just good to have actual projects to put out there and feel like you've been a part of them.
When I first got here, I thought, okay, we'll be doing some podcasts and everything and get some credit. I actually think we'd be doing, like, we'd be in the documentary, we'd be involved with the process and everything. So I've been part of, like, projects at school where it's like, okay, you just upload it to YouTube and say, all right, cool, B+ or something, I don't know. But I don't know, it's really cool to be part of something that we can use for like IMDb and LinkedIn in the future.
Yeah, I think it's been super helpful for my future professional career, not only like learning how to handle like all the professional equipment you have, but also like what everyone else was saying with like being able to build up their portfolio, and just like we like push out a good amount of stuff, so like even if someone like wants to ask like what have you made aside from this B-roll, I mean I could like just go to the LinkedIn and be like, yeah, like 80% of those shots I took. But yeah, I don't know. It's helped me a lot. I've definitely learned a lot for my professional career.
For me, I think it's been a lot of the, like we were talking about before, a lot of the soft skills that I'm going to be able to carry on. I'm a big people person. I like talking to people. I like working with people. And I think that through this internship, I've been able to like hone those skills a lot more, especially when it comes to like directing an interview and being an interviewer and stuff like that. Has been super fun to practice and get better at such like a sort of safe space as this internship where we're all learning together. So that'll be some nice skills to bring to the future.
Yeah. So what do you guys think of the new intern office downstairs?
I love it. I love our little hole. Our dungeon. I don't know if someone else will.
Yeah, we if you don't know, we used to be up here in this room, kind of squished with all the studio equipment going on. So now we have our own little space, and it's perfect. We have lights going on. We want to be down there. We made our own chairs. So
They did.
that
On the
was another
passage.
contest we had, and I did win. So
Yay.
We have a gym as well, so I haven't been able to use it because I would sleep in, unfortunately, until like 6 o'clock, and then take a shower and go to work. But yeah, the office is really cool. I mean, where we are, it's literally feels like a movie set. And then once you go out, it's just an actual basement. It's really cool.
So who has a good memory to share? Which you've been your favorite memory over the summer? Anyone got a good memory?
I would say here, definitely going out for the meetings. Those are very entertaining, especially because I went for my 22nd birthday. We had a really good meeting. It was so much fun.
Oh, okay. For those who don't know, I do take them out to lunch sometimes, and yes, I took you out. Oh, is that? I'm not supposed to say that. It's top secret. It's a meeting. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a
Yeah,
meeting,
cut.
guys.
Yep.
I think one of my favorite memories, it was kind of just like a little side project that me and Colin did it wasn't even a project, it was like a side thing me and Colin did for a day. We went to the school, what's the name of the school again?
Oh
Ocean-
yeah, Ocean Academy.
Yeah, we went to Ocean Academy and helped them with their graduation because they needed some help running the audio. And I thought it was really cool to like see that Bright Harbor like has a school. Like I had no idea. And it was also cool to like see all the families come together for like it was like a very intimate graduation. There was only like 4 or 5 people graduating, and it was really cool. Everyone like participated in it. So that was like my favorite memory.
Yeah, I love. Sometimes we got to take a step back and look at the purpose of Bright Harbor Healthcare, and it's to help people, and they help a lot of people. And so sometimes we're just stuck in our little office, and we kind of just, in our silo. But it's nice to remember what the mission is and that it's to help people. So that's great. And I really appreciate you guys doing that because you came in like an hour early that day in the morning. And shout out to Tom at the school and everybody over there. We love you guys and can't wait to get you guys on the farm. So, yep.
I think I kind of have two, but I mean, the first one at a professional standpoint, I think my favorite memory was getting to interview Mrs. Lewis for the documentary because she was just so wonderful and such a good interviewee. And it kind of felt like the culmination of everything that we've been working on for the documentary finally kicking off because it was our first real interview for it. And it was a moment of pride for, I think, everyone here. So like that's like the professional standpoint, but for just like one of my favorite memories just being here at this internship was spending a day driving around to get on-site shots of all of the different buildings in South Jersey. Sadly, Ryan wasn't there and we missed her very greatly. But and if you don't know, Bright Harbor has a lot of locations, so we were gone for most of the day. But I really enjoyed it because it was a great way of all of us getting to know each other. Sorry, Ryan. But we still love Ryan very much.
Rest in peace, Audi Q7. You will be missed.
Colin's car broke down.
I think one of my favorite memories was when it was literally week 2 and Colin came in and he had a hat on. And he took his hat off and he said, I messed up. And he had no hair. And that's okay because it grew back.
So what happened was after the first week of work, I was going to the Yankees game. My hair was all frizzled. Yeah, Yankees lost that day anyways. But the day before, I called my usual barbershop, and they said, yeah, he's not available until next Thursday. And I'm like, well, that's not going to work. So I went to a local chain. I won't say the name because I don't want to get sued, but
They're super something, right?
yeah.
They say, yeah.
Yeah. And ironically, the barber there had the same first name as my ex-girlfriend, and I was like, something about this isn't gonna go well. And she miscommunicated, and then I had a shaved head for like almost 1 or 2 months. Yeah, and then I wore a hat every day.
I would say my favorite memory is the very first shot competition that we did. I think like that was the first time for me that I kind of stepped out of my comfort zone, because that was like the first time I ever held the camera, and I'm like, oh, all right, well, I guess I'm just doing this now. And then like for that one, at least my shot ended up winning, and that, I'm not trying to brag, but like no, but like that kind of felt like the first time I was like not recognized, but like it kind of felt like, oh, I could actually do this. I'm not like I don't just have to be learning. I could actually like do something and it be good. And like it kind of felt like reassuring in a way. Okay, I can keep doing this. I can keep learning, but I could also have something to sit there and call mine and it be good. Kind of thing.
Cool. Does anyone have a question for me?
Who's your favorite? Just kidding.
I don't have favorites. I love all you guys. Yes.
His favorite is Felix, and we all know it.
Felix the cat. we got a weird relationship, but yeah.
I'll just say, what was your favorite part of us being interns?
My favorite part is mentoring you guys and watching you grow professionally. And I've had interns since 2013, and I love it. I just love the whole process from interviewing, and I interviewed so many people, but I found people that are passionate about what they're doing, which I love. You know, shout out to Rebecca in HR for helping with all of that. And watching you guys grow, watching you guys have undiscovered talents, and just the whole process. I love it. Mentoring is my favorite thing. I've done a lot of things in my life, and I'm at that point in my life where I just love passing out torches and watching you guys shine, and you guys do such a good job. And I also love when we do drop videos, the effect it has on people's lives. You know, like the compliments we get of what you guys have produced has been great. Like the last one, we talked about the Glenn video. He loved it. And he's like, Dennis, they did such a good job, and I'm so proud of you guys. And I'm over here just being the producer. That's the easy part. And you guys do great work. And so I just wanted to say thank you. I really appreciate you guys so much.
I was going to say, what do you think is the best piece of work that we've produced this semester? Or your favorite?
Personally, my favorite so far has been the thing we just dropped today, is the teaser trailer.
Yeah.
That was cool. That is great. Very artistic. I feel like we used every little bit of everything that you guys have learned this semester to put that together, as far as like the B-roll shots. And you guys were out there hunting for butterflies in the field for so many days. It's tough. Using all the lenses, using everything we got.
Yeah.
I know, Ryan, you were like crawling in the grass and everything.
Yeah, I was deep in there.
But also shout out to Neek, sustainability intern. He helped find a good butterfly for us to use to get some up close shot, the butterfly egg he found and everything.
Yeah.
And it all just kind of came together. That was a difficult thing, but it's a feature-length documentary teaser trailer. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome. So good job on that, guys. And again, I really thank the video production intern team for hopping on the show. This is the biggest podcast episode we've ever done. Now I'm going to send you guys back downstairs. See you later. I'm just playing. Thanks for listening, guys. Take care.